going on, everybody? This is Mattdoesfitness, and what do you do with a blue whale? Cheer it up. Okay, I am back in the country, and I am back in the gym. Although that's a lie, because I'm actually sitting in my front room, but at the moment of making this video, I was in the gym. So, as you probably saw from the intro, oh my god, I am ridiculously sore. Like, I've just discovered a new level of soreness that I didn't even know existed. Kind of my own fault. While I was out there, I trained once, and it was fairly early on because after that point there was no gyms around. So I've been 11 days without training, without squatting. So coming back and squatting, you are kind of asking for trouble. But I figure, let's just get it done in one go. So I went for, or the plan was 5 sets of 5, and I went fairly conservatively at 190 kilos, 419 pounds. Now, to be fair, a few months ago, I'd have been bloody delighted to get this. So to be, doing it now as an easy session is obviously an absolute result. Ironically enough, it was not easy. It was ridiculously hard. What I found was the weight felt okay. Like, I felt like the weight was manageable. It was never like a really heavy kind of weight on my shoulders. But my kind of motor patterns were just completely off. I felt like I was doing something for the first time in my entire life. I felt like a baby trying to walk. Like, I was all over the place. Every time I came down, it just felt so unnatural and weird. It was kind of, I was kind of like laughing to myself because it felt so kind of off balance. To be fair, it doesn't actually look that bad, but to me, it felt awful. But it was just a case, like I said, of getting it done. I've basically got 3 training days, including this one, where I'm just going to get the work done. It's going to be crappy and horrible, and I'm going to be sore and uncomfortable, but getting it done, and then for next week, I'll be back to normal, hopefully, and feeling good, and everything should start to kind of flow again. So, like I said, it was very much a case of just getting this session done. Now, by that set there, the third set and going into the fourth set, I was just ludicrously sore. Now, obviously that is to be expected. Whenever you don't squat for that amount of time, then squat again, particularly go heavy, you are asking for pain, and that is what I got in abundance. My adductors, my glutes, my quads were just ridiculously sore. Like, I was really, really struggling. So on this set here, I was almost kind of modifying my technique because my glutes were so sore. So again, it doesn't look that bad, but to me, it just felt absolutely awful. And so after this set, I had to sack it off. Like, after this set, I literally couldn't lean over to pick my shoes up. So I just thought if I try and do the 5th set, I'm going to probably fall over, literally. So I left it at 4 sets, kind of quit while I was ahead, and that was that. So I then moved on to get some bench press in. I figured I'd do as many lifts as I could in the first session back. Obviously, didn't want to do deadlift to get with this one as well, because that would be ridiculous, but I thought squat and bench together was okay, and it was okay. So here I went for 4 sets of 5 at 125 kilos, 276 pounds, and it felt pretty good. Again, the weight is kind of not, I guess it's kind of fairly safe, but it's still heavy enough to be worthwhile. Again, the view, the kind of plan being just to get this stuff done and then set me up for next week. So I actually the first set here is actually 120 kilos, so that's like 265 or so. But I obviously realised as soon as I started doing it, it felt like ridiculously easy. So I've obviously put the weight up for the remaining 3 sets. I basically started warming up and everything felt heavy, and I thought, oh my god, I'm going to really struggle here. So that's why I went so light for this first set. I obviously, like I said, realised it was way too light, and so I went heavier. Also, by the way, legs are looking pretty brown, although from the angle, it's not particularly flattering. So here the remaining 3 sets, which I put the weight up to 125 kilos, 276 pounds, and it still felt pretty good. Now, bench perverts amongst you might have noticed that I've got some green lines on the bench. Now, I have not painted it to make it look better. I have actually put some bands over it. Now, someone, I forget who it was, I apologise, commented on a video recently and noted that in my bench press, I was kind of, my shoulders were sliding down the bench, and that was a very, very good observation. Very much appreciated. Again, I can't remember your name. So what I thought I would do on his advice was put a couple of bands around the bench. I've seen it done before, and it worked really well. These are just kind of those standard like dyno resistance band things. And they happen to fit the bench perfectly, so I put one on each side, and then what you find is when you lie on the bench, you are literally stuck to it. It works really, really well. Now, obviously it's important because when you set up in the arch, the second you slide out of it, you're just getting flatter and obviously weaker, so it's really good to hold you in that position. I believe it's met. I've heard people say it kind of replicates the competition bench. To be honest, I can't even remember what the bench was like at my competition, but I don't remember sliding around at all, so I guess they might be right. But yeah, I'm going to use it for the foreseeable future, particularly for PR attempts, because obviously it's going to help keep me in that good position. Here is my fourth and final set. You might have noticed at the end of each set, literally just trying to sit up and get off the bench was excruciatingly painful. Like, I was honestly, I can't express to you enough how much pain I was in and how much pain I am in right now. Like, everything I'm doing is incredibly painful. You see there, like, literally it was hell just trying to get up off the bench. That was a workout in itself. So I was pretty glad to get that done, and then I literally just ran home, showered, and went to bed because I was so friggin' tired. I did a little bit of accessory work at the end, just did a little bit of chest work, just some machine chest flies. I did about 5 sets, I think, relatively heavy, and then finished with a massive drop set, which you'll see in a second, where I put the weight right down and did something crazy like 20 reps, which I wouldn't normally do, but I was in a little bit of a rush, so I just kind of hammered it out and got it done. Also, I didn't do any squat accessory work, didn't do any front squats or whatever, because literally it would have been a waste of time. Like, I tried, just after I finished, I tried doing like 1 squat just by myself without any weight on me, and I genuinely couldn't get down without falling over, so it would have been a complete waste of time. So I did this and then called it a day, and like I said, I literally went home and just collapsed and didn't move for quite some time. So yeah, this is I think I did 4 sets on this, gradually decreasing the weight, with the 5th set just literally chucking the weight right down. You see there's almost no weight on it at all. This is what like an old lady would do after her Pilates class. I just did loads and loads of reps, because obviously I haven't done anything for a long time. Wanted to get a little bit of accessory work in without, like I said, pushing my luck, doing too much, and then regretting it. So this was session 1 done. Deadlifts tomorrow and bench the day after that. And that, my friends, was my session. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always, and I will see you tomorrow.